Late night coverage, not as late as the last 2 nights, but a late night coverage of Bitcoin. What we have just seen in the past few hours is Bitcoin making multi-month highs. We actually had the highest price on Bitcoin since January of this year. So that is a significant, that's sort of 5 months, the highest price in 5 months on Bitcoin. I need to stress this is a very important time for Bitcoin. Whether you like Bitcoin, you don't like Bitcoin, you own Bitcoin, you don't own Bitcoin. Bitcoin moves the market. Bitcoin is the king of the market. Bitcoin determines whether we're in a bull run or a bear run, bear market, bull market, bear market. XRP potentially over time could overtake Bitcoin maybe or play a bigger significant role in the crypto markets. But in terms of whether we're in a bull market or bear market, it's Bitcoin does determine that. Yes, what determines Bitcoin, whether it's in a bull market or a bear market, is the economic situation, the broader markets, where we are in the cycle, a multiple amount of factors. However, we can simplify the whole broader economic market. We can simplify the macroeconomics. We can simplify by looking at 50 different things by just looking at Bitcoin and then the technical charts of Bitcoin. Remember, my job here is to simplify these charts and make them make sense, and to navigate these markets by using charts. And one easy way of seeing where the crypto market is by looking at the big dog Bitcoin, BTC. And right now, Bitcoin is at one of the most important levels within this bull run. It is at make or break point for Bitcoin. Look, I want everyone who's watching this to firstly know I don't give financial advice. Nothing I say is advice. Please do your own research. Do not buy or sell based on anything I say. But also to be not like the rest of the retail investors, and it's a very hard situation to be in. You need to be comfortable for it to go down. You need to be comfortable for it to go up. Right now, Bitcoin is in a position where it hasn't decided where it's going to go yet, and this next move will, in my opinion, solidify which way it's going to go. We don't know if we're going to make new all-time highs. We don't know if the bull market is going to continue. I put a higher percentage chance that there will be a continuation of the bull market. However, what we need to see realistically, and it is the same for every single chart we ever look at, is a higher high. First, that starts with breaking out of the highest daily candle close. That ends up with having a new all-time high. Where Bitcoin is right now is where it makes that decision. Does it create a higher high and continue this bull market? Or does it make a lower high from the previous highs of January and continue and go into a bear market? That's the pivotal point we're at. That's why some people are taking profits. That's why the altcoin market's not moving, because we don't have certainty from this, and that's why this level is so important. We are sat at 106,000. If we stay at these levels and for another couple of days we get rejected again, then the chances of a lower high increase, and the chances that we go into another mini bear market or a pull down also increase. What we want to keep an eye on is a breakout, and that starts with breaking yesterday's highs and it ends with breaking all-time highs. And then there we go, full bull mode, 80% bullish on the markets, back to being very bullish. Right now, I am bullish. However, we need to wait and we need to bring our senses back to where we are and what we need to structurally see changed, and that is where we what Bitcoin's doing. Remember, higher highs, higher lows. That is the structure. That's a trend. That's what you want to see. Right now, if Bitcoin doesn't break these levels, it turns into a lower low. And what I mean by right now is in the next few days, or I guess in general, if it doesn't break the 107,000, and more specifically go to all-time highs. We've got two things going on. One is you break 106,000 and you keep hold of 106,000, your chance of going to all-time highs increases, therefore you get a higher high. That's why I want it to hold 106,000. The next thing is obviously breaking those all-time highs. So that's why we're focusing on 106,000, is because it's giving us strength and it means there's a breakout, increasing the chances of going to all-time highs. And once we go to all-time highs, we've got a higher high, the bull market is intact and we continue forward. So that's why charts are important. They give you technical levels, they show trends, they show what traders are doing, and that's why we cover them. What Bitcoin's doing right now is good. We've got the daily candle close in, what time is it now? UTC, it's coming up to 10 p.m. UK time, it's coming up to 11 p.m. So that means the daily candle closes in 2 hours' time. What I'm going to ask Martyn to do is set up a goal. If you guys want us to stay live until then, because again, this is an important day, I will ask Martyn, please, can you set a goal? I'll let Martyn decide what goal for me to stay live for daily candle close in 2 hours. Because what we've got going on right now is Bitcoin breaking out, and also holding 106,000. If the bearish thing that occurred yesterday, there was two, and again, that's why we're continuing to stay on top of these things every day, every second. Things change. We had that bullish breakout on Sunday. We came live, highest daily candle close, highest weekly candle close ever in the history of Bitcoin, and it was above the 106,000. So that was a breakout. Then we had then during that stream, I said, be careful. There's also such thing as a fake out. You break out, the next day you break back down. And then in the morning show, we had Bitcoin come down 5%. In it of itself, it's not much. However, because it bearishly was engulfing, so the candle looked much bigger and it was bearishly engulfing the last one, that would have been a bearish engulfing candle. Then I had to come back on live and say, okay, it wasn't a bearish engulfing candle. So that's one piece of good news. However, the bad news is you closed below 106,000. Today we're coming on. The daily candle close hasn't ended yet, but it will take a lot for it to come back down below 106,000. Well, it can happen. We'll see. But if it closes like this, it's actually fine because you've closed back above 106,000. So it's looking more likely we get a breakout. So today's candle will be important. Power hour in the last 2 days, you've seen what's occurred. You saw Bitcoin pumping to 107,000 yesterday. On Sunday, you saw it pump to all the way up to 106,000. Tonight, in the next couple hours, who knows what Bitcoin will do. What we want it to do is hold 106,000. What will be even more bullish is if we break out of 107,000. The last thing we would want to see is Bitcoin to close below 106,000. We've done it once, we want to break back above. If we don't hold 106,000 for the daily candle close, the odds of this becoming a lower low increase. It's all about odds, it's all about chance, and navigating the markets that way to just keep an eye on things. Whether you're trading this on a daily, day-to-day basis or you want to plan more long-term, medium-term, what's happening in these days, that's why I'm coming live so often, is important, because this will shape the markets going forward for the next few months, if not years, these next candle closes. So we're going to keep an eye on it. 106,000 is the level we want to keep. The bigger picture of things is we want a higher high. That's holding 106,000 increases the chances of a higher high. That's why we're keeping an eye on that level. And once we see a higher high, we can increase the chances that the bull market will continue. Every time you break these levels, chances increase. Traders take positions, institutions look at that, and their top traders will be looking at these sorts of things, fundamental sentiments, all that sort of stuff come from charts. That's why we're keeping an eye on Bitcoin. XRP is not as important right now. Yes, we've got levels. $2.30 was our remember charts. What have I been saying? $2.62. If you don't break, well, you broke, but you didn't have a daily candle close above it. Get ready for downside. $2.50 broke. Then we said $2.30. $2.30 was this level of support. That has held as support. If $2.30 breaks and we result in a lower low for Bitcoin, get ready for $2 XRP. If it holds, if we go hold 106,000, XRP's next level is $2.62. It's not too important right now what XRP does. What most important is Bitcoin creating a higher high, and that will allow us for XRP on the next Bitcoin dominance move down, for XRP to go up. What do I mean, Bitcoin dominance? Well, Bitcoin dominance is the percentage of the market cap of the crypto market cap inside Bitcoin. And as I've said, we had that big move down, altcoins were going up, everyone was getting excited. I said, get ready, Bitcoin dominance is going to go up. How does Bitcoin dominance go up? I think there's only 2 ways Bitcoin dominance goes up. Well, there's 3 ways Bitcoin dominance goes up. And Bitcoin dominance is a chart you need to understand. This is the chart that we were tracking in the bear market all the way down here, accumulation phase. We got ready for the bear market where Bitcoin dominance tends to go up. And back in November, we got prepared for the altcoin season where Bitcoin dominance was breaking out. That's when you saw XRP go up 600% or 500%. That's how I knew that was going to happen, or I never know. That I increased my chance of that happening was because we saw the technicals on Bitcoin dominance breakdown. So Bitcoin dominance, an important chart. So how does Bitcoin dominance go up? How does it go down? How does it and what does that mean for the broader market? Let's focus on Bitcoin dominance. So everyone focus. Bitcoin dominance is important. What is Bitcoin dominance? It's the percentage of the cryptocurrency market cap in Bitcoin. Currently, that market cap is 64%. 64% of the cryptocurrency market cap is in Bitcoin. So, how does Bitcoin dominance go up? How does it go down? Bitcoin dominance can go into an uptrend when most of the market cap's going into Bitcoin. How does that occur? Well, if Bitcoin's price goes up and the altcoins remain going sideways, then Bitcoin dominance goes up. If Bitcoin dominance outperforms the altcoins, Bitcoin dominance goes up. If Bitcoin goes up in price and altcoins go sideways, Bitcoin dominance goes up. How does Bitcoin dominance go down? The opposite. If Bitcoin's price is going sideways and altcoins are blasting off, Bitcoin dominance goes down. If Bitcoin's price goes up, well, if Bitcoin dominance price is going down, Bitcoin's price is going up, but altcoins are outperforming. Or if, and this is less likely to happen, Bitcoin's price going down. Actually, this is quite likely to happen as well. If Bitcoin's price is going down, but altcoins price is going down even faster. So Bitcoin's price can be going down, but Bitcoin dominance can be going up. Why? Because Bitcoin's price is going down slowly, the altcoin's price is going down quicker. So what does that all mean? That means when Bitcoin's dominance price is going up, or Bitcoin's dominance is percentage, or this is an uptrend, we are in a time where people are, there's a flight to safety in crypto world. And that flight to safety is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is that flight to safety. That means Bitcoin is gaining dominance, Bitcoin's in its own bull market, and there's no altcoin season. When you see the chart turn to something like this back in 2021, when Bitcoin dominance went from 73% all the way down to 40%, that's called an altcoin season. All that money stored in Bitcoin is flowing into altcoins. Even if Bitcoin's going up, the money's going into altcoins. And that's when the majority of retail investors make money. When Bitcoin dominance tanks like that, altcoins are making money, altcoins are going up hundreds of percent, and that's when retail investors are making money. The higher Bitcoin dominance goes, the more it can fall. So what we identified in the bear market was a Wyckoff accumulation phase, which meant, okay, be prepared. Bitcoin is probably going to be king during the bear market. It's time to go into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's going to hold up better than the rest of the markets. And that's what happened. That's what's happened since 2023, all the way until November of 2024. Then we hit our first target of 60%. That was an indicator for me. Okay, start getting back into altcoins, or start increasing my position in altcoins. And we had that technical breakdown on Bitcoin dominance because it was the first target. And crypto, that's when we had the altcoin season nearly a year ago now, or 5 months ago. Now, then we've got this big move up in Bitcoin dominance. The higher it goes, the better it is for the altcoin. So what's happened more recently? We had that little altcoin season a couple of weeks ago, and then we're expecting Bitcoin dominance to go back up. So the higher it goes, the better it is for the altcoins. When Bitcoin goes on those big moves up, 20,000 to 60,000, 60,000 to 100,000, Bitcoin dominance goes up. And that's why I'm expecting if Bitcoin gets that breakout towards all-time highs, Bitcoin will go on its own run. Bitcoin dominance will probably head to 65% or 60 to 66%. And then finally, that's when we can start focusing on altcoins again, XRP, any other altcoin. That's when it'll go on its big run up. So that's what we're focused on now. Bitcoin is in focus right now. Bitcoin dominance is heading up. All eyes on Bitcoin. We'll worry about the altcoins once Bitcoin breaks out. So thank you for everyone for tuning in. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment in the chat if you're here. Ask questions. I want all sorts of questions. Ask me dumb questions. Ask me hard questions. Let's see if we can answer some of those questions that you guys might have and you've had for a while. Any question, I'm here to serve you guys. So ask me questions. Let's not do too many chart requests, but let's unless you want to do a $4 super chat. Um, um, we'll go back to Bitcoin. We'll keep an eye on it. Ask me any sort of crypto question or finance question or money question. Anything. Let's just interact with the chat. Let's see who's with us. James was here first. Motto A team was here. 7 watching, 8 likes, 118, 15% like to view ratio. Unbelievable. That's how we do it, Motto. Martyn can never get numbers like that. So will it happen tonight? We'll keep an eye on it. It definitely could. I hope so, Henry. It could. It might. Yep. If I knew that question, if I knew the answer to that question, I would have a 100x long position on, and I would be a millionaire, and I'd be doing this stream in, I don't know, Dubai or something. XRP really moving with Bitcoin, like almost exactly. Yes, I watch Bitcoin when I have my longs and shorts in with XRP. Yes, you sort of need to. Sensei XRP's pumping down. Thanks for that again. I'm not too worried about XRP. We've got the levels: $2.30, $2.62. In between, it's just no man's land. With Sensei coin pumping, with Sensei's coin pumping 10,000x last week, I wonder what Martyn will do tomorrow. I wish I don't have a coin, but thank you, Henry. I will be live in 10 minutes. That was me. Present and smashed. Yeah, if you are here, please do hit that like button. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all good. Robbie, I'm good. I hope everyone else is okay and you're okay. How is everyone? 10 minutes is not enough time for a proper nap, says Eugene. Hello, tired and grumpy, can't trade till Friday, so here trading vibes. Eugene, welcome into the show. Don't forget to hit the like button your way in, says Vaz. Hello, everyone, and Sensei, thanks for doing this. Thanks for doing the show. No worries, Sandra, thank you for supporting me. $11,000 in profit in the first 2 weeks of May, in and out quickly, currently uninvested, looking for some more good trades, says Stephen Nodowski. I love it. Congratulations to you. Hi, Stephen L. Asab say big boy trades. Delayed spot ETF XRP Solana. Any update on that? I don't think there's any delays at the moment. Haven't seen any news on that. We're expecting it second half of this year, so any month now we can have the XRP ETF. And I really, really hope Bitcoin makes a higher high, because if the XRP ETF comes out in a bear market or in a downtrend, it'll be a one-day spike, and it'll be great for underlying reasons. It'll be great for the cycles, but if the XRP ETF news comes out and we're at all-time highs already, then that's when you see a $10 XRP within minutes or days. Hello, evening, everyone. Currently, BTC needs more momentum breaking through its resistance and reach all-time highs. It'll probably go down to around 102 to 104,000 before we try again. Worst case, 95k BTC. Thank you, all AX. Only buying Trump, he holds all the keys. These ups and downs make me crazy. Well, you need to learn to navigate these markets. XRP to $1.90. Quiz night, yes. That's I don't even know the days of the week anymore. It's Tuesday. Trolling you, man. Do you think XLM will be the big player in the near future? I don't think. I think it's okay technology. I haven't looked into it too much. I know it's not trying to compete with XRP. It's more for the normal person. But I don't care about that. I care about making money. And XLM follows XRP, so that's why I invest in XLM. I don't know the news about any delays in ETF. I don't think I've seen any of that. Do you play tennis? I play a little bit of tennis, yeah. Paddle tennis as well. DAG staking. Staking put on hold due to tech issues. Any updates? I don't have any updates on that. Thank you. High thoughts on CoreWeave? No thoughts on that. Good evening, Sensei. I like GRR for a quick 60. I like GR a quick $16 and a quick 18. 18 may buy tomorrow. You look like not like Djokovic, like you serving us your fun. You look like Novak Djokovic, like you serving us, you are fun. I guess that's a compliment. Thank you very much. I don't. Um, I'm definitely better than him at tennis. You know what? I am Novak Djokovic. You got me there. So, um, okay, what we're going to do, I've given you the update on Bitcoin. I don't want to just waste anyone's time, so I'm going to give another look at the price. We will come back. If Bitcoin is breaking out and I'm awake, I will come back. Is Sensei in his 20s? I'll let everyone guess. Put a yes or no in the chat. Is Sensei in his 20s? And I'll give you the answer. Yes or no. Everyone put a yes or no. Let's see if we can answer Motto A teams. Question. If you think I'm in my 20s, put yes. If you don't think I'm in my 20s, put no. Let's see what the chat says. Spam it in the chat. Just back from the pub, been played, but the Tuesday pool match, and our team won. Hope everyone's okay. Congratulations, Shine Automotive. Welcome into the chat. How is dominance looking? We literally just had a look at dominance. It was heading up. It's in an uptrend, and it's probably at its highs near the highs of its day. As you know, it's selling off slightly, but it's still up today. That's interesting. Looks like it's on its highs of its day there. Yeah, it's at 64%, around 64%, heading up. 42. I was okay. How about we just guess my age? Just guess my age in the chat. RB says yes. Andy, two cats. No, no. Either says either 22 or 37. No, 42. Yeah, 20s. I'm getting 27. Yes, I think. Um, Spam in the chat the exact age you think I am. I don't know if I'm going to tell you or not. I like keeping it a secret. It increases the mystery. In his 20s, I think 33. Interesting. Um, if I get a free hoodie if I'm correct. 29, 28, 589. That's the best guess so far. 30 says there's 210. Second best guess so far. 34, 27, 29. No one's even always on point with TA. Oh, I love that, Nick Jones. Thanks.
Nick Jones donated £1.99 through a super chat. Always on point TA with you, Sensei. Critical moment.
Thank you, Nick Jones. I really do appreciate that. How about 25? I think Sandra, you're the closest. No, I'll put it that way. Definitely not in my 30s. Don't know. Definitely won't take that as a compliment, but there we go. No, I mean there are other people saying I'm in my 30s. MSK 27, not too far off. Donna B 19. That's an interesting one. Thank you. At least someone's gone under. 27. Classic Nakana 18. Thank you again. Someone else has gone under. Wow, what a range. 30, 38, 34, and then now 18. Just can't go in between, can we? MSK is not too far out anyway. There we go. I'm in my 20s. 37, yes, I knew it. As you know, you're right. I'm older than Martyn. Yep, you guys got me. Okay, so let's stop waffling. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance is heading higher. I can see a path to 65, 66, especially if Bitcoin heads out to all-time highs. Bitcoin is holding strong. Do you know what I mean? There is a bull flag. You're holding levels. I just want to see the daily candle close above 106. I don't think Martyn got my message. That's fine. What we're going to do is come back if there is a breakout. I just wanted to give you that update in case there isn't a breakout tonight or a pump action. And we'll be back tomorrow morning. If we close above 106,000, I'll be happy in the morning. If we close above 107,000, I'll be probably live again on YouTube tonight. I would get excited again if we go back above 107,000. So 106,000 daily candle close above that would be what we want to see. That's the most important thing. We are currently above it. Let's hold it, and then we'll come back in the morning for another update. If we start pumping, start messaging me on X and Discord, and I'll come live. 38 is a bit rude. Yeah, no, I'm not 38. 29 says James. He graduated college to at least 24. 20, I think I've forgotten my age. 37. For a second, I don't think I know my age. Is the SEC case now over? No, there is a final part to it, but yeah, the law of the land is XRP is not a security. That hasn't changed. How about manipulation with SBC? How about that? Talk about that. How about your manipulation with SBC? How about that? About that. Talk about that. Is everything okay? I think you've had a little bit of a stroke while writing that message. How about manipulation with SBCE? How about that talk about that? Mike, are you? This I know, not the main Mike, but Mike Fiogro. Is everything okay? Do we need to call you an ambulance? Because the way you phrase that sentence is if you want to ask it in a more normal way, I'm happy to answer your question. But that's a strange way of um, asking the question. PED has no debt with formal new wells with oil and natural gas that did get 64,000. Interesting, being in a bank of P of 3.26 with a book value of 1.35 with an upgrade to 1.5. Thank you for that bit of information. I think Sensei's in his 30s. No, I'm not in my 30s. Definitely not in my 30s. But thanks for that. James, I thought you'd be nice to me. I pulled my $30,000 of Bitcoin and put it into XRP. I just don't see any more room to grow in Bitcoin, having no utility. Andrew, good luck to you. I hope that does well for you. 1,281 shares of GRRR ordering at $16. Do we want SEC to classify XRP as a security? Definitely do not want to classify XRP as a security. Okay, I'm giving you my final thoughts. 106,000, that's level to hold. That's level to keep the daily candle close above. If we start pumping beyond 107,500, I'll come on live. If not, I'll see you guys in the morning with hopefully a daily candle close above 106,000. It's getting very critical in the next few days. It's make or break. It's decision time for Bitcoin. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Sensei, when do you see an XRP pump? It's all down to Bitcoin for now. All eyes on Bitcoin until we start seeing XRP move again. XRP at $2.62 breakout point, $2 and 30 cents is the support, and then $2 support. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this little quick update. Please do hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm going to give you this video as well as a link because this is, if you missed this stream from the morning, this is a clip from earlier. Please do go watch this to the end. Let me give you the link for it because, let's go back to your questions. Because there's a few cases for a bear market, and you always want to be aware of them. And one of them is with this new bill, USDT. There's always been a lot of concern about USDT in the market. Again, please do watch that. It's not. It could be a massive thing. It could be every bear market we have things that trigger it, and the news that comes in, whether it's liquidations or companies going under. This time it could be USDT, and I just want you to have that bit of information. So do go watch that information. Do go watch that video because that will give you information on the act that's just gone through the Genesis Act. Genius. I keep saying it wrong. The act that's just gone through, and it also tells you about USDT. Same guy that was upset Martyn for FOMO buying on the space pump. Yeah, well, I never. Okay. Delfish, well, yeah, well, thanks for that. I didn't quite know what you were saying, but good job. You can go back and watch my SBC videos, and you can. The evidence is on YouTube. Oops, touched it. Touched it as a mess. Sorry, I never touched notes. Okay, thank you, everyone. Until next time, RB, it's going to be a mystery. Take care of yourselves and each other. 106,000. Let's close above it. Big pump. I'll come on live tonight, so make sure you got a notifications bell. If not, I'll see you tomorrow morning for the analysis. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stay where you are. It's going to take you to the extra channel. Bye bye.